The idea that God exists or not is still a very big question in philosophy, and even if you consciously thought about it, some people tend to believe that God exists. And right now, that is the majority of the people. People believe that God exists. There are different religions that show different ways to, to follow or to show devotion to God. And there are some people who don't believe in the existence of God. They think that there is no such thing as God and everything is just science. And there are other kinds of people that just accept the fact that the existence of God cannot be proven and cannot be denied. And they are the agnostics. And I myself am very close to agnostic. So, as science is progressing, we are closer to the idea that there isn't such things as God. And there are many books on it, there are many perspectives on it, and if we just accept it that maybe the concept of God, religion, and supernatural beings was just mysticism and people making up stories, then yeah, it's kind of very disappointing and offensive to many people. But we still cannot say things for sure. But even if this concept of God was merely just a concept, it still played a very vital role that saved humanity. Like now we have science, so we know how things in the world works. We know how rain happens, like how water evaporates from the ground. It forms clouds and condenses and rain happens. But things like that weren't known by people in the past. So just think about this. Let's say a medieval farmer who is an atheist, who doesn't believe in the existence of God. And he and his family and his whole village maybe faces a drought, or maybe there is no rain for a long time. His crops aren't growing and crops are drying up. He isn't able to get food for his family, for himself, and none of the people, the farmers in the village, are able to do it. Now, if he was, let's say, religious, or if he had some mystical idea that there is some being that controls rains, that they have to please in order to get rain. Now, what he will do, he may do rituals, he may do prayers, or he may even sacrifice animals, or maybe sometimes even people, to please that God so that the rain happens. Okay, so there is that hope that keeps people going, that the rain is gonna happen someday or some not. Like I sacrificed an animal, rain didn't happen. Maybe it was my fault. I wasn't able to please God. Maybe I have to do something else. And they do other things, other rituals, maybe to please God. And rain eventually happens. Maybe some people have also died due to that drought, but rain eventually happens, or it may not happen. But still, people are living because they have hope. Now, just imagine that this village, or the people in the village, were atheists. They have no idea of such things, that there is some creatures that controls the clouds, that controls rains. They just know it's natural stuff, but they don't know how things work. They don't know that how clouds form. They don't know that after a big drought, rain eventually happens, maybe even after months. If they're atheists, they don't know that if it is ever gonna rain again, and they don't know that if there is a solution to this. Like now we know that rain will eventually happen, drought will eventually overcome. But for those people that didn't have science in their time, had no idea how to the things in the world works. So for them, it might rain or it might not rain ever again. Just think how absurd it is that there is a possibility that a rain might never happen. Like how nihilistic of a world they would be living in. That mere possibility that there is no rain, the rain is never going to happen, just going to depress people, they are going to kill people from the inside. And if people were to be atheists in the past, I don't think we would have made it this far. Like the world is uncertain, you don't know how things work. So even if the God is just a concept, it gives us hope, it gives us a fake sense of certainty about the world. It gave us a fake sense of control that if we please God, we will get things we want, and God runs the world. But before the invention of science, or before the discovery of science, and before the scientific revolution ever started, without the concept of God, people were living in a very uncertain world where they had no control over. They didn't understand the world around them. They didn't knew how things work. So this very simple thing, the concept of God or maybe other supernatural beings, kept people going, kept people in a hope that they know the world, that they have some control over it. And that's what got us here. Just think, if those farmers didn't believe in God, they would have just committed suicide. 1 month no rain, 2 month no rain, 3 month no rain. They don't know if it's ever gonna rain again. If they don't have hope, they don't have will to live. That's what. If maybe not literally, maybe even metaphorically, maybe even symbolically, God saved us.